My 2017 to 2018 winter trip, my favorite trip of the United States. On December 27th, 2017, something exciting was about to happen. We got up at 4 in the morning to begin a 9-day-long winter trip. The picture on the left is a picture of us on our first plane, and the one on the right is us in front of our second plane. After we got off the second plane, we then drove 2.5 hours to North Adams, Massachusetts. My father knows about this small town because the band he works for does a festival every other year. When we got there, the temperature at daytime, yes, daytime, was a hostile -2 degrees Fahrenheit. In the middle of North Adams was a museum of contemporary art exhibits. It was enormous. We are talking about a complex of 10 to 20 buildings, each of them the size of a football field and 3 to 5 stories high. The picture on the left shows me sitting in front of a lighting exhibit which slowly changes color. The one on the right shows me and my mom doing virtual reality. After getting tired on my first visit to the museum, I went to the hotel and slept in. In the next morning, I went over there again and saw massive paintings of geometric shapes. Each of them took up an entire wall. They were huge. After the second visit to the museum, we drove 1.5 hours to a friend of Dad's to go skate on a frozen pond. The water we skated on was about 1.5 feet thick worth of ice, so it could handle all of my weight. It was the first time to skate on a frozen pond in all of my 14-year-long life. After we went skating on a pond, another friend of Dad's taught me how to ski. It was also something I had never done until this moment, and I loved it a lot. My only issue was getting off the ski lift. After long days in Massachusetts, we drove 5 hours to Pennsylvania to see aunts and uncles of my father. We decided to slide down hills at their houses, and it was a very fun thing to do. After one day in Pennsylvania, we drove another 2 hours to New York City. When we got there, the first thing we did was go to the recently built Freedom Tower by train. The only catch was it was during prime transportation time, so the trains were extremely crowded. However, the journey was worth it because we saw the beautiful city at night. Day 2 began with the three of us taking a train to Central Park. Here are 2 pictures of us on the train. After getting off the train mentioned in the previous slide, we saw the huge and gorgeous Central Park. It was like 2 completely different environments combined into one. The city with the surrounding skyscrapers and nature. After Central Park, I went to a New York Rangers hockey game against Chicago. Even though they lost, I still had a lot of fun there because they had a lot of friendly people there. One of them was an employee from London, United Kingdom, who gave me a puck and let me sit on the Zamboni. Day 3 began with another train ride, this time to the Natural History Museum in New York City. We had to wait in a long line because people were looking for indoor activities due to the hostile winter weather. That wait was worth it because we saw huge dino skeletons, exhibits of monstrous marine animals such as the blue whale, and tropical animals. The picture on the right shows me and my father in front of a blue whale, while the picture on the left shows my father and me in front of a T-Rex skeleton. If you saw my previous slides video, I took a bullet train from London to Paris when I went to Europe. I did the same thing from New York City to DC, but for a different reason. Our original flight from New York City to Austin was canceled due to the hostile weather. Huge amounts of snow and ice. My dad had to get on the phone with American Airlines. However, the closest city with flights coming out of it was DC, so we took a train there. It was really fun to end the already awesome trip with a ride on a bullet train in my home country, the United States. However, the train was not canceled, but delayed, also due to the hostile weather, so I had a little bit of stress. However, once we got on, I was at peace and I loved it. We were then able to get out of DC and end the trip. I will wrap up this presentation with a couple of high-speed train pictures. The picture on the left shows me and father in front of the train. The picture on the right shows a selfie of the two of us on the train, and the picture in the middle shows me sitting in my seat with a double thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Till next time, happy trails.